thank you very much for coming for this class again. This is the second lecture on our Global Entrepreneurship course. And today I would like to focus on two things. Number one is the concept of value when it comes to entrepreneurship. And the number two is how to put you on track in terms of your projects. Because as you know, having a project is a very necessary step before you are able to attract some people to join you, to join your team to work on that project, which is again a prerequisite, a necessary prerequisite for you to be able to raise some fund and hopefully have fun as well and satisfy the requirements of this course. So when we hear the term value, and I would like you really to be with me, and I think we'll pass the mic around when it's needed. When you hear the term value, what comes to mind? What do you think of when you hear of the term value? Just try anything. Yes, here.
Return on investment.
So value is return on investment, and that means
what we get, what's in it for me.
What's in it for me? So value is what's in it for me. Very good. What else? Value. I want you to be as basic as you can. This is not necessarily rocket science. When someone say this is of value, what does that mean? Yeah, Arthur?
I think it's what is it worth, or what do you think it worth?
Right. So value is
worth
what
of an object or product.
Right. So there is worth, the concept of worth. When I say value, it means what else? So is return on investment. If I invest, what do I get? It's worth. What else? Vivian?
Maybe the impact of action or idea towards somebody else.
Right. So impact. Few more. You're all correct. You're right. Jeff, you want to say something?
How much demand the product or service has.
So value is demand. Okay. What else? Try the back seat there. Please. So you want to tell me that you don't know what value is? Any one of you has access to the internet? Right? Okay, go and search. That's what you do, right? Google value. Yeah. On your phone, on your iPad, on your computer, please Google value. Don't check email, don't set text, just Google value. You can Google dictionary, Wikipedia, whatever. If you don't know how to Google value, Google how to Google value. Okay, anyone getting any results? Anything coming up? Internet is too slow. Right. You know, for those who don't have access to the internet, can you please use your brain? Yeah. So what comes to mind when you think of value? Importance. Okay. So value is importance. Yes, very good. So you don't even need Google to work this out. What have you found? Anyone? Give us a word. Even if it's repeated, is okay? Yes? Connection failed. Connection failed. The connection failed, yes. Yeah. Yeah. Benefit. Okay, benefit. Yes, we are getting, yeah. Google, yes. Benefit, yes. What else? This is being watched by everyone around the world. Huh?
Profit. It's profit.
Profit. Yeah. Have you found anything? Yes? Have you found anything?
Quality.
Quality.
Merit.
Merit. No Google. Yeah? All just repeat whatever you found yourself. It's okay. Yeah.
It's the worth of something, like.
The worth of something. The value is the worth of something.
Something that dignifies significance.
Significance. Yes. Yes. Very good.
Numerical amount of something.
A numerical amount of something. You are exactly right. These are values. Yes.
Price for something.
Price for something.
Investment.
Investment. Okay.
Any gain.
Gain.
Commitment.
Commitment. Okay.
Demand as well.
Demand. Okay. You want to say something?
Marginal utilities.
Marginal?
Utilities.
Utilities. Okay. That's Wikipedia, right?
No.
No. Okay.
I think it's merit. Merit.
Merit. Okay.
Achievement.
Achievement.
Creating product. Creating product.
Creating a product is value. Okay.
Moral values.
The moral values, not only the material values, but the moral values, yes.
Gain.
Gain. Okay.
Ethic.
The value is ethic. It's like he said, moral values. Yes, you're right. You're right.
To what ends are people willing to go to or give for that product or
So
service?
how much someone is willing to pay for a product? Yeah.
Usefulness.
Usefulness.
Benefit.
Benefit. Yes.
Changes that improve anything.
So improvement.
Yes.
Yes.
Needs.
Needs. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
The worth of a product.
A worth. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Vivian, you said something. So okay, if you want to add something, is great. If not, you can stop there. So I heard the word worth, significance, importance, which is here. So actually, when we say that this is something of value, it means something to somebody. It means eventually, at the end of the day, someone maybe is willing to pay something for. This is something I value or you value. And this term, value, is an extremely important concept when it comes to both entrepreneurship and also innovation. So I really want you to always think, when you think entrepreneurship or innovation, you just ask yourself, where's the value? What is the value? What is the value that I'm unlocking? So any product, any service, anything that you do, if there are someone out there who is valuing it, then this is entrepreneurial, this is innovative. Someone else maybe will be willing to pay for it. And hence, for this semester, and that's what I would like to really focus on today in our discussion, is how can we come up with a project that has value. So if the project requires money from you, how do you manage to convince people to fund that project? How do you convince investors or people out there to give you some funds so that you can bring the value that your project is adding, unlock that value and bring it to life? Okay? So always ask yourself, where is the value? What is the value that I'm adding here? What is, so if this pen is worth $1, so that it's value. Now if I want to sell this for $10, so its value now is $1, I want to sell it for $10, will you buy it from me? Why? Because you don't see the value. But if I convince you that there is something about this pen, or I have added value to this pen in one way or another, maybe you'll be convinced to buy it for 10, or maybe 20, or maybe even $100. So it depends on how do I uncover the value, how do I convince you of the presence of that value. And hence sometimes we call this the added value. Have you heard of this term? So you bring something, let's say rubber, and you manufacture it into something else, let's say tires, and it becomes very expensive, much more expensive than the raw material, and that is added value. So it's always about the value. Who decides the value of an object or a product or a service? So I want to sell this for you for $10. Will you buy? So you don't want to buy. So you actually are deciding the value. But if you are willing to pay 100 for it, you are also deciding the value. You are seeing the value. So the value is not what I think is the value of my product or service, but rather is what the customer or the person at the other end of the process perceive the value as. So this is something that I really would like you to hold on to. So if you make a great service that no one wants to use, no matter how much you invest in it, it has no value. People don't want to use it. But if you make something and people are willing to use it, willing to pay for it, then there is value. Any question thus far? So what I would like to really achieve from today's class is to get you started thinking of the project that you are going to put out there and raise funds for it. That's what I would like to do hopefully by today. And hopefully by the end of the class or towards the end of class, we get few of you to stand here and present their project. This is going to be a very important opportunity that I'd like you to really try to grab it, because through the lecture and through this video, you'll be able to sell your product and project first to the other team members. So if you, for example, want to create a pen and sell it, but you will need maybe a marketing person, a manufacturing person, a designer, and you are not these people, then you could say, I want to make this product, and in my team, I'm looking for a marketing person, I'm looking for a web designer, I'm looking for a pen designer, and someone who has capabilities to manufacture, and please contact me if you are interested. So there's an opportunity for you to sort of market your project, because every one of you will work on a project and you will need a team member to work with. Okay? So before I move on, is there any one of you who sort of have a project in mind? So who has a project in mind? Raise your hand. Who doesn't have a project in mind? Raise your hand. So not yet. You don't really have any idea what you are going to do. Okay. Who doesn't have a mind? Raise your hand. Because I see person doesn't have a project, and also when I say who has project doesn't raise the hand, maybe so there's no mind. I don't know. So by today, I really would like you to start thinking of what project that you want to do within this semester. Now, if I were a student in this class, and I come to you, Arthur, and I say, my lecturer asked me to come up with a project, it's an entrepreneurial project, and I need to raise some money for it and hopefully make some money out of that. What would you ask me to do? What would you advise me to do? And I say, look, I have no idea. What would you advise me? So I'm the student and you are just my friend. You don't know about this project. And I say, this lecturer wants me to raise the fund for that project by the end of the semester. What would you advise me to do?
What do you like? Suppose?
Okay, good question. Yes. Okay, you have that discussion with me. Yes. Yep.
Maybe what would you like as a project, or where does your interest lie, or do you want to try something? This kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm very interested in helping others. You know, I don't really want to make much money out of that, but I'm very interested in helping others, but I don't know how to do it. Yes, very good question. Yes, you are getting me thinking.
I suppose there are some organizations which are already in this field, which you could contact, and you probably could get some information out of there on how to proceed, or if you want to work with them, or you can go solo with a team of your own. Right. So you reckon I just go to some organization and then ask them how to help others, because it's very difficult to find anyone needs help on my own, right? Very difficult. Life is perfect. Everyone is happy. There's no poverty. Everything. So I think I need to go and find an organization to find someone in need. Are you saying that? Not quite, no, because they have the groundworks ready, or they have the context or the basics, so they might have areas where they say, okay, we need more people to help the old folks, let's say. So
right, but I'm actually not that excited about old folks. You know, I need to help children specifically. Yeah, I like to help children.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is, those people, they might have a better idea on where more help is needed. But let's say maybe you tell them, I want to help children. They say, okay, we have these few locations which could use a few extra hands.
Actually, I don't want to go to this organization. You just help me. What do you think I should do? I like to help children. What do you think I can do? I can teach. I have a car. maybe, I don't know, if someone needs a lift, I can give them that. Do you think this will help? Do you think there's some need for that? Or maybe you could help me think of something that you've seen nearby?
I don't know, maybe you can give free tuition to children or something.
Right, free tuition to children. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. But do you think I need money to do this?
Well, in a sense, yes, you do. You need a place.
Right.
You need materials.
Okay. I see.
So you have a car, so that's fine. You can
Right.
fetch people.
Right.
Although you probably need someone to pay for the petrol and such.
Right, right. So maybe taking this, my project could be, I want to educate maybe 50 children from the time the semester ends where I raise the money until the end of the year. And I calculate, for example, to help these 50 children, I will need, let's say, $100 per child. So that means I will need to raise how much?
50 children.
50 children, and let's say I need $100 per child for books and maybe a meal and things like that.
Right.
So I will need
5,000.
I need 5,000. So if I raise the 5,000, I think the lecturer will be very happy. I think this is a very good project. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. So this is an example of a project that you want to do. Okay? So maybe we do this again. So let's do this with Vivian. Okay, you'll help me, right? Okay. So Vivian, I want to do a project, and I like to design things.
Okay.
You know, fashion and stuff like that. It would be great if I can, you know, like maybe try my hand in things. Do you think I could? I don't know. Maybe, what do you think? This is actually what I have in my mind. Do you think this can be a project?
Handicraft, you mean?
Not really handicraft. I like to design maybe T-shirts and things like that.
What do you want me to?
So if I'm seeking your help,
Okay.
I'm a student on this course because I'm trying to put myself in your position. None of you are telling me that you don't have any idea about the project.
Okay.
So now I'm just showing you a way to think. Because after this, I will ask you to speak to the person next to you in a very similar way to how Arthur engaged me. So what do you like? What drives you? And how do you want to add value in that field? And then from there, he say, so maybe if you want to, even if you want to go and help children, you can help maybe one child. But entrepreneurs want to help more and want to scale the value. So this was maybe, I didn't make any money, but I needed money for the project to succeed. So let's say we role play for a project that I want to hopefully benefit from. And let's say I want to design T-shirts. I think I like that. So how would you advise me, and where will the fundraising bit come?
Okay. What kind of T-shirt do you want to design? What is the purpose of that T-shirt?
Okay, I want comfortable T-shirts, and I want them to be professional, that people maybe can even wear them to work.
Okay. Who you think you'll sell this to?
Maybe professionals, people who are maybe 25 to 40 years old. I want them to feel that a T-shirt is actually, something you could wear to work. Is not something that is casual, but I want it to be professional and yet comfortable. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but I don't know how to go about that, and I don't know. What do you think?
Maybe you should find. You have your interest in designing.
Yes, I have the interest.
And then you need to find a producer. I mean, to print and to make the T-shirts.
Right. Okay.
Yes, and you need fund for that.
Okay.
Printing and materials cost. Yes.
So what if I go and spend the money and then no one buys from me. I'm worried, you know, I have this always fear that I'll fail and end up with like thousands of t-shirts no one want to wear.
So you need to have a good marketing strategy then.
Right, so I need a marketing strategy.
Yes.
But I'm not good in marketing. I can design t-shirts, but marketing, not really good, yeah. What do you think I should do?
Maybe you can design something that people would want to wear, like attracts your buyer.
Okay. But I don't know what the buyers would want. I think normally this is the situation, right? You think you like it, you put it out there, the buyer don't value it. They don't see the value.
Maybe you can ask, do a survey and ask them, what do you usually want to wear to work, or what kind of t-shirt you want to wear?
I see.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. So do you think maybe if my project becomes like a website whereby I put the design up and if they like it, maybe they buy it first?
Maybe they can design their own.
They can. That's a good idea. So if I actually, so you think if I actually provide them with a way that they could design their own,
yes,
and then when they like it, I could print and deliver for them.
Yeah. Free delivery.
And free delivery. Right. So do you see what's happening here? I was stuck and you helped me and stuck. So I specifically picked or drive things towards non-technical project because it doesn't necessarily need to be a technical project. So the project could be, for example, and this is, I have, my colleague from Pozible, Adriana Tan. She's going to come and give you guys a hands-on workshop on how to do the crowdfunding. So she came up with a project where she wanted to buy meals for for people who don't have food. So she put the project out there on Pozible, and I think she raised the money within like 3 hours. So her entrepreneurial action was, for me to, let's say, feed 500 people, I need that much of money. So for those who are interested in joining this kind of cause, you may help me. So people just chipped in and she managed to raise the money. Now, you can, there is a company called Epic Homes, and I'm getting someone from Epic to speak to you. They build homes within 3 days. So every 3 days, they can build a house. And this house is delivered to a needy family. So a family that doesn't have a place to stay, they can actually, if there are people who can provide the material, then they will take volunteers and build a home for that family. Now, the amount of money that you need to raise for that home is around 40,000 ringgit. But the entrepreneurial part would be when you write the project in such a way that people are willing to contribute to you, so that you can raise the fund and then hopefully by the end of the semester build the house and deliver it to that family. Now these are sort of a selfless kind of projects you don't benefit from, but your project could be you want to build something and sell it, or you want, so there are people, for example, who literally design handbags. And then they say, this handbag or this wallet, let's say, will cost you $30. So if you pay me first, I will raise the money, and then I'll make it, and then I will deliver it to you. And it's free delivery. So these are all examples of entrepreneurial projects that you could work on. So what I would like to do, is there any question thus far? Any question about the value, about the type of the project, what can be done, what cannot be done? No. So just to reiterate, during this course, every one of you will have to come up with a project, and as much as you can, I would like you to actually raise the fund needed for this project, whether this is a project that you want to benefit from or is a project that you want the others to benefit from. I want you to use crowdfunding to raise the money. And you will be assessed partly on the quality of the project and the quality of the campaign that you have run to raise the money, but also at the same time at how successful you were in convincing others to give you the money. Because this seems to be one of the elements of entrepreneurship, or being an entrepreneur. How can you convince someone to pay you, to see that what you have has value to them? Okay? So what I would like to do for the next hour or so is to get you to speak to the person next to you and try to solicit, help that person work out what project he or she should be working on. And I will come and I'll try to facilitate or help you with your discussion. Any question? If no question, please start. Yes, oh, there's a question. Thank you. So please pay attention, there's a question. Yes, Arthur. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, maybe I didn't hear this before, but the project that we're doing,
yes,
we have to complete it within this semester, or is it this semester we have to raise the money only, or both?
Okay, that's a very good question. So I want you to really pay attention to me. Very good question. I talked about this last class, but it's a very good question. So the plan is from now until the end of the semester, which is going to be around July. What I want you to do is really to raise the money. So by what I would like to see is, so we are now around April, let's say. The campaign will run for a maximum of 60 days, and that's 2 months. Pozible told me that the optimum time that they've seen is really a month, 30 days. So if your project is good, and please go and have a look at the website, pozible.com. You will see some projects, they are asking for $10,000 and they got $20,000. It means that this is really a project that a lot of people want to support. So for example, a guy who's making maybe handbags, he want to sell 50, but he got orders for 200. So that's overfunded. There are some people who want to make a comic book or a movie or whatever. There are a variety of projects that you could actually have a look at and even get inspired with. And some of them are halfway through funding. Some of them, they raised very little funding. Now, what I was thinking is, so between, let's say, this is April, May, June, July. So if we could, by May, or somewhere here, we start putting a campaign. The earlier you could try your idea, the better, because if you can see that this project is not going anywhere, you could actually maybe move it out and try something else. But really between okay, beginning of July until mid of July, or mid of June to mid of July, I would like you to be able to say, this is the product or the project that I would like to work on, and I am going to run a very successful campaign. I've checked it. People seem to be needing that product or that service, or they are very receptive to donating money for that cause, and then work on it. Now, meanwhile, what we are going to do, we are going to give you lecture after lecture about how to communicate things in an entrepreneurial manner, how to address your customers, how to come up with a business plan, how to find the real cost of a product. Because let's say I want to make this phone, and let's say I calculate the cost and I find my cost is $100. Now, you know this phone costs more than this, but let's say I wrongly calculated and I put this out there and I say I will sell this for $120. So thinking I'm making 20% profit, and I will give free delivery. Now, I will be swamped with maybe millions of orders, but when I go to make it, I realize that I'm going to get bankrupt. So that's not good either. So what we will be doing, while you guys are working on developing the project as an idea, we will give you lectures on how to work in a team, how to form a company, how to have a business plan, how to communicate your value, and so on, so forth. So everything to fortify and support your campaign to raise the money. Now, if you could raise the money here, deliver the product even before the end of the semester, that's great. But really what I would like to have is by the end of the semester, you have raised enough money for whatever project you would like to do. Now, the commitment that I want from you is after you raise the money, you actually have to deliver what you promised to deliver. And I would like this to be really delivered outside the course and before the end of the year. So, choice is yours. You could pick some very simplistic project that you will be able to raise, let's say, $100, and this $100 you will use it to buy 10 meals, and you go and feed these people, and you have gone through some form of entrepreneurial experience.
And you still meet the requirements.
Yes, definitely. You see, you have, I know you guys are worried about your marks. I don't blame you. But this course has 50% for the exam. If you want to go for that, go for it. So in the exam, you will sit on your own. I give you an exam paper, and you will answer, and that's 50%. Now, the remaining part, you will have the return on failure. They will have a variety of things. So you could literally, through academically studying entrepreneurship, you could score very high score for this course.
So it's basically either way. So
yes, what I'm saying and what I'm trying to do differently here, and this is something is being supported by different parties in this country. I'm talking to the Ministry of Education, and I have a very senior official from the Ministry of Education. She's going to come and speak to you. And she is in charge of developing more entrepreneurial graduates. And she's very excited about the fact that we are running this. So we have two pathways to do it. If you go full-fledged and immerse yourself and really try to do something big, I will support you, and we will work together, and hopefully you will go and change the world. Hopefully you will uncover some value and unlock some value that someone else have yet to reach, and take it from there. And this could be a business that you will even pursue from now on. So you could easily, through academically attending the classes, studying the book, and doing what you guys are good at, you could score and you get a very good mark for this. Or you could work on a more challenging project and learn more. Now, if you ask me, I think you should do both. You should really study the entrepreneurship because it's an art and a science. So what I'm offering you today is to actually choose to focus on the science, and you still have to do the bit of the art, which is raise a bit of money and do something with it. Or you could focus on the art, and if you focus on the art and say, okay, let me just go out there and try to raise big amount of money, and I will give you the full mark for the final exam. Or you could say, let me do both. So let me prepare academically very well. Meanwhile, let me try to raise, let's say, the 10,000 ringgit here. Now, if you put that campaign and you see that no one is really paying you any money, you could always stop it and then try something simple and meet the requirement. So the risk is actually very, very little. The only thing is, I believe the education system thus far have not pushed you to take risk. We always encourage you to take a very safe way. And I want, through this course, to actually change this notion. You could learn by dreaming big, by being different, and having fun. So this becomes not only something that we have on our t-shirt, like we have it here, right? But something that we really practice. Do we really dream big? And how big is big? Do we really do it differently? Now, this is the opportunity for all of us, including myself. But I really thank you, Arthur, for bringing this up, because I think this is on everyone's mind. This guy is asking us now to go and raise money. How to do it? Any other question? This is actually very nice and very good question. Is there any other question? Similar question, different question? Yes, please. Can you speak into?
No. No. I remember you saying on was it Tuesday? Yeah. We are not allowed to partner with someone in this class, right?
Yes.
Yes. So if I have an idea and I know someone from another university or another course which could help me with that, can I?
Definitely. Definitely.
He just only has to register for the open learning and this course, right?
That's it.
But there's no other requirements on that person. It's only for me.
Yes.
Okay.
But what I would like to think is, if that person would like to get the certificate for the course, so maybe what he or she could do, they could maybe attend the classes, and we have some quizzes online to take them, and then be a real official partner with you in the success.
So do they have to come physically to here?
No,
just on open learning.
Look, I have 828 students registering thus far. I'm guessing before the end of the semester, I'll have few thousands. There's no way I could house them all here. There's no way. That's one thing. The other thing, you guys are taking this for credit. So this credit will contribute towards you getting your degrees. But there are people out there who would like to take it for career development. They are maybe wanting to move on into in their job, want to get a new job. Some of them want to start a business and things like that. So the other people will want to do it just for learning. So for those who are on campus, people who are in this room today, the exercise is for you to come up with a project, to recruit a team, to convince the team that your project is worth doing, and to come up with a successful campaign to raise the funds, hopefully, and deliver the value that you promised. Now, the question is, what if I wanted to raise $100 and I could not get money. Is this a question on your mind? So let's say you wanted to raise the money and you could not raise the money. Well, I failed this module. The answer is no. But there is a component that is related to raising the money that you won't score that highly on. But I will score you on what kind of campaign have you put, what is the quality of the campaign and things like that. Now, I have been speaking to Pozible, and they told me that the people who attended their workshops followed the instructions that they have given, the success rate is very, very high. So we will help you. I don't want you to think, what will happen when I fail? And mitigate and fortify this so that when you fail, you won't break your neck. Why don't you ask, how can I succeed? How can I really achieve the outcome that I'm looking for? This is what I want you to think. Yeah. So if that is a question on your mind, what if after everything I've done, I failed to raise the money, then maybe you will not get a very good mark for this, but there's something else that you could get. So you remember the return on failure? So if you could write a very good return on failure, telling me what you have learned from this failure to achieve this target, then you could get maybe enough marks to offset the marks that resulted from the failure. Now, the commitment that I would like to have it really, especially on the students on campus, is you need to understand when you raise money on Pozible, it means you are committed to delivering the value. So you cannot simply promise that you are going to feed the poor and then you pocket the money. Or you promise to sell a product for those people who have bought the product first and say, okay, I have the money now, that's it, thank you very much, I'm not interested in this. Because you will be literally liable for you know, legal consequences. It's a crime. Yes, it's a crime. So I don't think any one of us will do it, but I think I will need to say this up front for everyone who is listening to me right now. So is it clear what we want to do here? Now, I really would love, Arthur, let me just shake your hands. I really thank you very much for these questions. But if anyone else has questions, I saw you talking to him. You had a question, didn't you? Do you want to ask this question so that me? The same one, exactly the same one? Exactly. Answer. So the question is already answered. Anyone else has any other question, a similar question? Because this is the time to, yes, please. Thank you very much.
The team members, how many of us? And those who are in open learning, how many of them?
Sure. So the question is, how many team members should I get? So the idea is, I think I mentioned yesterday, but on Tuesday, but I can repeat it. I think ideally you need 2 to 5. 2 to 5. And it really depends on what kind of project that you are doing. So for example, if you want to have this, you want to buy meals for the needy, then maybe all that you need is to raise the money, right? You could just buy the meal. You don't even need to cook them. So you don't need cooks and chefs and people like that. But what you'll be needing is people to help you have a very good video to convey the message. Why would someone on Pozible pay you some money, which they will not get a handbag or a product in return? So this is charity. So you will need maybe people who are good in graphic design and videography and things like that. So it's 2 to 5. But if you want, for example, to build a house, then first, the amount of money that you need is going to be big. So you will need a bigger campaign, a more professional campaign, and maybe you will also looking forward to having more people because you will need like 12 to 15 to be with you to physically go and build the house. So the house can be built in 3 days, but you will need I think, around 15 people, 15 maybe to 20 people to do that for you. Does it make sense? So it really depends on what kind of project you are looking at. So now I want you to think of the project, and the project will drive not only the number of people in the team, but also the kind of skills you want into them. Now your project may involve web design. Then you need a web designer if you are not the designer. Your project may involve translation of some sort. Then you would require people of certain linguistic capabilities. I saw you talking to him again. So do you have a question, or it's exactly the same question that the other guy asked?
Just talking.
Oh, that's just talking. Okay. Okay, great. Any other question? That was a very good question as well. Yeah, question here. Yes, please.
Okay. You said failure can happen at any stage, not just when you're raising the money. Okay,
yes.
So what if, okay, you've raised the money that you wanted,
yes,
but you failed in the carrying out of the project phase?
Very good question. So I raised the money. I tried to make the product, but some failure happened. My factory burnt. The money got lost. So this part actually is also covered within the agreement of Pozible. So this is expected. The thing that we don't want is someone to raise the money and not and put it and pocket it in. And so this is actually in crowdfunding. Some of the project either fail to materialize, or the product, the final product, is not as good as it was promised. But often people who support these projects, they actually understand that this is very experimental. Yeah, but the key thing to my mind, and we will ask, and I really hope that you take note of this, and when Adriana comes here, because she's from Pozible, if you could actually raise this question, because I think it's a very good question. But my understanding is the intention should be that you will be raising that money so that you deliver the value that you promised. And you will do your level best so that this is done. Now, let me ask you another question. You could be an investor, and I could come to you and say, look, can you fund me so that I make this product? And I convince you that I will be able to make this product, right? And I take your money, and I try to make it, and then failure happens. So this is actually part of life. Not everything that we will do will succeed. Am I right? So even if it is, you have a venture capitalist or a family member who will support you, failure could happen. The key thing is, if I took your money and I did what I promised that I'll be doing with it, which is to try my level best to get the project into successful end, and in the process something happened, I think these things are sort of expected.
So the investor is just supposed to let it go?
I don't think if the investor has any other, I mean, there are people, yeah.
Refunds and all.
Okay, let's just talk to Pozible people, because I don't want to make a commitment on their behalf. But my understanding is, you know, even theoretically speaking, if someone decides to pocket the money and don't deliver the value, what can you do? You can always go and sue them, and then, you know, go for the court. And sometimes people don't opt to go this because it's a very costly way of doing things. However, I really would like you to think slightly differently. So I am here so that I will support you to try to make every reasonable effort to first select the right project. Second, make sure that this is a project we are able to deliver on. Third, that the expertise to do that project is available for us. So this is something that we want to really put a lot of effort in, because personally, I want you all to succeed. So let's keep this thought in our mind. However, as you said, anything could happen, but that would be really the worst case scenario rather than the first thing we think of. Yeah. But very good question. I really appreciate it. Any other question? Sir. Okay, one more question. Yes, Azmira will bring the. Yeah, I'm seeing very good questions, and I really would like to encourage any one of you who's having a question and having doubt. Is this a good question? Please ask. Now, I will give you my promise. If you don't want this question to be recorded, we will cut it from the video when we edit. That's my promise. Please.
Yes, I would like to know, since the project, will it going to be something that help people or just your own interest, as in, because sometimes your own interest might not help other people, sort of stuff.
Sure. So the project that I'm looking at is a project that other people will be willing to give you money for. And that's when entrepreneurship is tested. So for example, if you have a project that you are interested in and you are the only one who is willing to fund it, I'm not interested in this. This is your hobby. What I am teaching here is entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurship is, how do I design and deliver value so that someone will be willing to take money and pay for it. Now, this could be a charity, so you are feeding, you are not necessarily benefiting from, but how can you, even if you want to take money for charity, how do you convince Arthur to open his wallet and pay you that money? You need to communicate it in a certain way. You need to show them why they should do that. And that's, again, value for him. Maybe you convince him that he will go to heaven, or maybe you convince him that he will have more karma points, or maybe you convince him that when we have less poverty, he himself will have a better life. When we have less poverty, maybe and better education, we'll have less crime. So that communication of where the value is a key. And that's what I am here trying to develop in each and every one of us. Very good question. Thank you very much. Any other question? Yeah. Azmira, there's a question there?
My question is, if someone pledges to Possible,
yes,
the money goes to Possible first, right?
Right.
And after that, Possible, if we manage to raise the money, Possible
yes,
will give us the money.
That's right.
And if, let's say, I'm selling a product, how would I know the mailing addresses of all the people who will pledge? How would I give them the product by the end of the day?
I believe that, so the question is first about the process of raising the funds. So the process is, let's say I want to raise $10,000 to make 1,000 bags like this. So the process goes like this. Vivian goes in and gets registered. She will put her address and all her details. And then she will say, I want to buy 3 of this. So what will Possible do? They will take her credit card number. They won't charge her the money first. But what will show on the website that there is $30 pledged. But what you want is, let's say, 10,000. And by the time you reach your 10,000 target, then you have the option of either stopping the campaign because you cannot manufacture more than this, or you continue the campaign. And then by the time the campaign ends, the money is going to be deducted from everyone's credit card, and then Possible, I think they will take, I don't know, a cut 5% or so because they are business. And then they will send you the remaining money. So the money now is with you, and it's your responsibility after you complete this to ship it to her and to the other people who have given you their addresses.
Possible will provide you with the addresses and
yes. So when you depending on your product, when you set your campaign, you will want to know certain things about your customers. So if there is a delivery part, then definitely you will need the delivery address. Yeah. Any other question? Every question is asked, does it help you? Does it make things a bit clearer to you? So please ask if you have any question. Okay. If you don't have any question, if you could still ask me later. So now I would like to spend some time really between you guys just discussing, at least approaching or starting to trying to converge on one product or one project or another. Because by next week we need to start putting more meat around the project, and then I'll open the online course so that you see all the people inside, and then you will start maybe advertising not only your project but the kind of skills specifically that you want. So the more you know, the more you could try something and even stop it and try something else rather than leaving it until the end. You may start. So by the end, really, I would like, ideally, everyone will have a project. But maybe you don't. Then I will be asking some of you to come and present to us the project that you have thought of. You have a question? You got an idea. Can you explain it to him and see what does he think? Yes. Yes, you have a question? Okay. Okay, there is a small question. So let's listen. Please pay attention. There's a small question here.
So within this class alone, can we get like 5 members and 2 members from Open Learning from the other countries?
Okay, so the question is it limited to having 2 to 5? That's what you are saying? Yes, I mentioned, because the question was, how big is the team? So the answer was, I think ideally is 2 to 5. So means it can be 3 to 6 together with you. Now, if your project is huge, let's say your project is to build 10 houses, and you need 150 people, then you can have that. It's okay.
So my question was,
Yes.
what about those members online?
Yes.
Do we need to get them as teams as well?
You can have only online team members. You cannot have Jeffrey as your team member. You can have only online team members. So every one of you will have one different project, and you have the 1,000 plus, eventually you will have maybe 2,000 people online from 120 different countries, including Malaysia, to pick from as your team members. Is it clear? So there are no 2 people in this room that will be allowed to be on the same project. Yeah. Good. Make noise. You are supposed to talk to each other. Yes. Can you speak here? Because we are recording it. Please. We will cut it if you don't like it, but I'm sure that great things will come out of it.
No, like nice. Is it on?
Yeah. On, right? Yeah.
Now, as you said, we have to find a member from outside.
Yes.
outside.
Mm.
It can be like my senior or something.
Yes.
If anybody.
Yes.
But they have to register.
Yes.
To the open learning.
Yes.
So like let's say my friends from last semester.
Yes.
So they can be in the same team.
Definitely.
So they when I do a campaign, they can join me as well.
I'm expecting that. What do you mean by they join you?
Like they do the campaign together with me.
Yeah. So the campaign happens online. You know what's the campaign?
Oh, that doesn't mean you don't have to put up anything.
No. So the campaign will have. You see, apparently you have not had any look at Pozible yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So. So you will have a video, and you will have a description of the project, and you will invite people to contribute towards this project. So your campaign is that virtual campaign, as you said, but you could fortify it by a physical campaign. So for example, but I want the people to go through Pozible to raise the money. And you could do things on Facebook, you could go and give leaflets and say, please go to Pozible and pledge, because through that platform, we could measure really how much money you've raised.
Software level.
Is it not fair?
Software level.
Software.
Like, it gives us the idea how much money have you raised, or we do really get the money.
You get the money. Okay. Yes. I have a little question. Yes. Okay.
Can it just be you and I? Let's say if I wanted to build 10 houses and then
Yes.
I need 150 people.
Yes.
I'm the 150 person, and then I need 149 person from the online community.
That's right.
Yeah. And then how should I going to get the 149 helps from them to build the houses?
Right.
Because they are like just a phantom members of the project. So
They are not. Why do you say they are
because they are
phantom
from a
members?
different country.
No, but there are people from Malaysia.
Yeah, but if let's say I get a 149 person from different
Sure,
countries,
sure.
how are they going to help me with this project in Malaysia?
Sure. So let me ask you a question.
Yep.
First, do you really need 149 people?
No, just let's say.
Okay, so let's say you need 149.
Yep.
And let's say that these people don't exist in Malaysia. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So you will need 149 person that you need to pay them to come with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so that will raise the amount of money that you need to raise to a higher level. So your total cost will become 500,000 ringgit.
Yep.
So you need people with you to raise 500,000 ringgit to build the 10 houses. So 40,000 for the material, 10,000 for the manpower.
So can I say it in a different way? Like,
Sure.
Let's say it depends on my project. That if let's say my project is about building 10 houses in Malaysia, then I will need 149 other person that's from Malaysia. That's going to be the limit for my project.
No.
I need 149 from Malaysia.
No. What is limiting your project is the amount of money that you need.
Yeah. So
So you could have one millionaire out there who's giving you 1,000,000 ringgit and you can build 20 houses.
Yeah, I think I understand.
You got it?
Yeah, I got
so
it.
the whole idea is, now if you want to work alone, I'm open to that as well. But I think there is really an opportunity, because there are people, you know, I have 96 students from Qatar. Almost all of them are from engineering.
Yep.
And they are very excited about this. And they would love to work with you guys. They want to work with Malaysian students on something of interest. Not necessarily houses, but could be something else. So what I'm trying to say is, there's a very big opportunity out there. You just trust me and trust yourself.
Yeah, but I have to come up with a good idea.
Yes, you have to come up with the idea first. Yes, I totally agree with you. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Yes, Jeff. Speak into this.
What is the online? What do the online students have to commit to this course? What kind of commitment do they have to this course?
So the online students, their commitment is just like your commitment. What's your commitment to this course?
To actually run the project.
Yeah, and you could drop this course, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You are here, and you could just after a week say, okay, I decided to drop this course. Your choice. You see, people are not tied with chains to work with you. But if you have an interesting project, believe me, people will join. Yeah. So this is how I want to work with you so that we together unlock some value, and in the process help others and help ourselves. Yeah.
So if we really want to come up with a project of building a home, say,
okay,
how do we get our friends from Qatar to come over here to build it?
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Do your friends from Qatar want to build it?
They not want to build it.
So if they may not want to build it, maybe then you will maybe just need the money to get someone to help you with the building. Or if they want to come and build it, then you will need the money to fly them here.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, there's some money need to be raised. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
That make sense? Yes. Yeah.
So they can contribute in various ways.
Yes. So by right, if these people in Qatar can convince some gentleman over there or a lady over there that this is a worthy cause, then maybe they will even bring you 100,000 from there.
So before the online students get the money, they get the approval from you first?
No. Look, I am going to really put the approval on you because I can control you, right? So I want to make sure that this project is the best ever project. The online students, mostly they are free because possible they can go directly even without my course and run another project. I don't have any control over that. But what I would like to do is when you work with them, with the online community, we want you to really give them a real value through the other aspects that this course provides. So, for example, we will train you on how to run a successful campaign. So I'm not just saying go and run a campaign now. I'm getting someone from the company that started Pozible to teach you how to run a successful campaign. Okay. At the end of the day, you will be able to raise money on your own for a worthy cause or for something that you believe in. The real value is the learning that you guys are going to have. Yeah. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. So actually I've heard some questions which indicated that some of you still don't really get the idea of the crowdfunding and how does this Pozible work. So first of all, I really encourage you to go and have a look at the website. So please go and have a look at the website. And also by today, I really appeal to those who did not join the course to join the course, the Global Entrepreneurship. Now, this is an example, please pay attention. This is an example, or these are some of the examples of the projects. So look at this project, and this person wants to raise 254 pounds. That's what he wants to raise. And he has raised thus far within 2 days, I could see, because the remaining is 58 days. He has raised 15% of the money that he needs. So what is the likelihood that this guy is going to meet? Quite high, because in 2 days already raised, 15%, right? Okay, so let's say what this person wants to raise 20,000 plus Singaporean dollar. And he still have 25 days to go, and he has raised 68%. I think there is a very good chance that he will. So let's go and see what is the product. Okay, so he has a video to show.
My name is Wanda. potato you find familiar, but there's something different you've yet to encounter. Our version features a remix between the two, and as you use the bag, you will discover the subtle and intricate details that reveal a story you'd never quite expect. At Learning and Pozible, we design our bags with functionality in mind. As users or sellers, each detail is arrived at from practical need. This goes hand in hand with the delicate choice of quality materials and fine workmanship, which ensures the underlying quality that you can rely on. For instance, our first collection features the use of pull-up leather. The oils infused in it gives the material the unique ability to age gracefully. This not only adds character to each individual piece we use over time, but like our favorite stories, they become timeless. The gnome represents that element of fantasy. It's the part of the brand that harnesses your imagination. And that is that of the gold, which paints the image of a dapper gentleman, classic with impeccable taste. Together, the harmony of these elements makes up the brand and guides us in our design philosophy. For the past year and a half, we've been relentlessly searching for a reliable manufacturer whilst continuously refining our designs to meet the stringent standards we set ourselves. We are now ready for production, and we need your support to raise $30,000 to kickstart our first production run and make Learning and Pozible a reality. We hope to realize this goal through all of you out there who believe in what we do. Here's how you can help. By checking out our exclusive Pozible campaign rewards and contributing to the Learning and Pozible dream, and secondly, helping us spread the word. With that, we hope you'll help us take this next step, so we can share our stories with so much more of you.
So how does it work? If you pledge $10, which is approximately 26 ringgit, you see what you will get. So you will get a handwritten love confession from our gentle gnome and profuse thanks splashed across social media. So literally this is just for you to support them. I don't think they are going to be giving you anything. I mean any product. So 25, then you will get this. As it goes up, I think eventually you will start to get either a wallet or the remaining of their products, or a bag, Singapore shipping free. So to get this, you'll need to pay 150, and you get this. So is it clear now? So it's not just simply you come up with an idea and then Pozible magically get the people to pay you the money. So you've seen the products look nice, isn't it? The video is, I think, is well done. And then I actually picked this because I met Adriana Tan. She came to my office a couple of days ago, and she told me this gentleman doesn't want to go for investors. He doesn't want people to control the quality of the products that he would like to sell. Hence, he comes through Pozible, so he wants to directly sell it to the rest of the world. So this is an example of what can be done. So let's see what else do they have. Teach a life for life. I think, let me just see, I don't know what is this actually. They achieved, they got 29% within 5 days. So the likelihood that is quite high. Okay. So let's see what do they do. The story of the project. So there will always be, apparently there will be always a video.
Hi, my name is Ayin Chai. I'm from Singapore. I was a national athlete in gymnastics, athletics, and springboard diving. And now, a teacher and a violinist. As a 9-year-old, I traveled to China to train with the Chinese gymnast with the hope of achieving my dream participates in the Olympics. Like you and me, we go through different discovery phases of our lives. We put in the commitment, dedication, and we persevere through challenging and difficult times to reach our hopes and dreams. And there are inspiring lessons to be learned through that journey. In this time and age, it can be stressful for our children to grow up. How do our teenagers fulfill their dreams then? And with the complexities of the digital age, it is definitely challenging for our parents to fully understand how best to nurture their aspiring young ones. And have you discovered your life purpose? With some help from my mom, dad, and family, I went through a challenging life journey on my own. I can feel the pain, the joy, when I hear life stories shared by people from all walks of life. Our first step is not to succeed, but to fall. And we own our mistakes, and we embrace the next step to make it good or even better.
So again, this is a project, I think you could check it out later, but I'm not sure that she's giving any product for, but 10 copies of Teach a Life for Life signed book, so she wanna make a book, I think. She wanna produce a book. You see different level of production maybe when you compare this project to the other project and things like that. So this is how it works. This is not this is real money. When you raise it, you will get the real money in your bank account. And then another journey begins, which is you've gotten the money and now it's time for you to deliver. So you could pick something very small, you could pick something very big, but I will be personally with you throughout the journey to support you. And also, hopefully, maybe even you could enlist the help of your family, friends, the other colleagues out there, not to mention the many speakers that I am inviting for you to come and help you by providing their experiences and knowledge, successes and failures. Okay, so this is what I wanted to actually show you, because I've noticed some of you still don't really understand how this happened. But I totally encourage you to go and have a look at how does crowdfunding work and see the kind of projects that I'll be answering your questions. I'm sure you have questions. Yeah, I'll be answering your questions later. Yeah, so I will be working with you, but I would like to encourage you to have a look at how does this website work. Yeah, so if you have any question, you could just come closer. Yeah. Oh, yes, your question is there. Okay, we'll come to you. We'll come to you. Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Actually, I have 3 ideas about the. I have 3 ideas to conduct the things.
Yes.
Okay, if
the
possible.
project. Yes.
And these are the 3 which I personally have interest in it.
Yeah.
One is called animal, something like animal home,
right,
where I will try to work with people online, maybe from China and Korea especially, because the people are eating the dogs and stuff. And even in Malaysia, they try to kill all the stray dogs on the street, and the blood is spread around. Now I want to try to make something different with, try to raise the money, and hire people to catch the dogs and capture the dogs, and we try to keep it as, because in adopting the animal, I realize a lot of people, they don't want to adopt because of the cost.
That's right.
So maybe use part of the fund to give anyone who adopt, maybe we can give some money to them. And,
to support them.
And all the stray dogs, maybe we can do some injection to
Right.
all disease.
Right.
This is my first idea.
Right.
My second idea is actually for anti-smoking,
Yes.
where because I've seen this short videos of 1 minute,
right,
where it's very simple, but it makes a very, very great impact and in Bangkok.
Right.
So I want to, maybe I can do something to it.
Right.
Maybe you can have a look.
Yes. So you are talking about actually having a video to get
multiple videos.
Multiple videos. Okay, I like that.
And this video successfully reduced the amount of smoker in Bangkok by 22%.
Right. Wow.
It's just 1 minute.
Right. No, I'm liking it already actually. Wow. It's amazing.
Yeah, almost every adult becomes increasing 40% in the phone contact.
I see.
Yes. And maybe this is just some simple, and maybe because I can just ask them to raise a fund where I can try to hire professional people to try to do the filming.
Yes.
And to try to make a difference.
And you know what? Because I see so many young people on our campus smoking, and I think if we can do this here, I really like this.
Yes.
You should do this.
This
is amazing. I think you should do this. Seriously, I think this is I'm so touched because I think it's a wonderful idea, and maybe we can even make it in a better way.
Yes. This is one of my ideas.
This one I love it. This is amazing because I think you could really make that difference in someone. And I could see myself, you know, seeing the kind of dialogue that this adult having when the child is asking them for the light. I think this is amazing. I think this is amazing.
Yes.
You should do it. You should do it. This is amazing. This is amazing. You should do it. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much. That's really, and I can tell you, with this you can get people to support you and work with you very, very easily because this is an amazing cause. Yeah.
Yes. And I will try to make this big by recruiting people from around the world.
Yes. Yes, you should. I think
maybe more than 5 if there are possible.
There is. And you know what? If we can run this as a campaign in Malaysia, China, Singapore, Qatar, I think you will need maybe, if you ask me, and I'll support you on this, and I'm going to promote this on the video so that people actually come and support you, because this is getting to be favored by me because I feel very strongly about this. And if we can get at least one from each and every country so that we have a campaign that we even can get the United Nations to support. So we launch it on one day that the kids out there in KL or we focus on the universities, you know, smoking in the university because and then
or
we
maybe you can even make multiple videos, one on the union, one is on the society.
Yes. I like it. I love it. This is an amazing thing. And you will do it on Pozible, right?
Oh yes.
So now you see the value that I'm bringing. So you don't have to go and wonderful,
okay.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. This is very good. This is really, really good. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Anyone needs my help? Otherwise, I could go. Yeah, you need help. Sure. Sure. You have an idea, right? You said? Yep. Good.
So this is my idea about the design a website for ideas for ideal website for person who give their product idea design into a website.
Yes.
It's like a platform.
Yes.
For them to acquire the additional idea from the others people to add into their product.
Right.
And after that, right, someone will gonna be draw the final product.
Yes.
Final design, and then the others people will see who can make it, who want to take this product to manufacture it and sell to the market.
Right.
After that, right, within this design product idea, right, the people from the world will like giving the feedback whether they want to buy the product.
Right.
And we can see the value.
Right.
Yeah, value is from there, right, and then someone is taking this to manufacturing it. After that, we get the money.
Yes.
After we get the money, right, we can get money, and the money we can distribute to the idea contributor, like a portion like this.
Okay.
And I would like to have a website designer, apps writer, and someone who familiar with laws.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I wanna suggest to you, because I think what you are trying to do, you are crowdsourcing the ideas, aren't you? You are crowdsourcing the idea. Like we do crowdfunding, you are crowdsourcing. Okay. Now, I want you to go and have a look at a website called Threadless. Threadless. So they do the same, but for t-shirts. So people put ideas of t-shirt design on that website, and then you could buy the t-shirt. So when you want to buy the t-shirt, they will print it for you. And then the better t-shirts will print in big quantities. They're not so good, maybe people won't get it. And then if you are a designer of, let's say, this t-shirt and becomes very popular, then you can make money. So they will give you, so I invite you to actually go and have a look at Threadless, 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 one word. And then you see how does it work for the t-shirt, and then maybe you could work it out for this. This is a very good idea as well. Yeah. Yes. Good.
But the difference is like I can design everything.
Yes.
Anything.
Yes.
Without touching others private property like apples. You cannot follow the Apple patent.
Right. Yes. You are right. And also you could maybe look at connecting this to 3D printing, rapid prototyping. Then maybe someone could give you the CAD design, that drawing, you could actually bring it back to life, or you could tweak it and color it and things like that. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Yeah, very good. But please look at Threadless, because they have been doing this for some time, so you could learn from how do they do things. Yes. Good. Thanks. Yes. You have a question?
Yes.
Please speak into this. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah.
We can go and do something that is quite new to us also, right? It's possible.
I actually would like you to do, if possible, new things to you.
Right.
Yes.
I was planning to make a movie.
Sure.
Yes. I broadly have a team already. I know some friends and such. So.
Yep.
So what I need to do is just get all of them to register for the open learning, and then we raise some funds for the equipment, props and such. But in that case, I have to deliver it before July. So.
You can if you can deliver before July, that'd be better.
Because he's from the School of Journalism or something here, so I'm going to tie him with his own project. But he also said he needs money to run his thing. So
actually,
I have to deliver. So he has to deliver obviously before the end of the semester for his own credits, and I have to. So when I deliver this for my own credits.
Smart. And if you can get someone from the School of Business who maybe have a similar project, and suddenly by collaborating with you, maybe they can do less work but achieve a bigger value. I think that's the essence of entrepreneurship.
Right.
So here, you always remember, I'm not checking you for how did you, if you don't know anything about film industry and you still produce film, that's entrepreneurship.
Right.
So if you can get the guy from the journalism and the lady from the business and the other person to actually work and you just guide them, that's entrepreneurship. And I like that.
Right.
Looks very good.
So that means your team can be more, because it's a movie, you're going to need actors. So maybe you have 10 people, because you need people to act.
Sure.
So that means my team can be 10, 20
Sure,
people.
sure. Sure.
No issue,
You
right?
can, no, at all, at all. So these people, they can be just volunteers, or they
Right.
can also, if you want, get them to join.
The course.
And then they will get a cert.
Right. Yeah, I only just spoke with one of them this afternoon.
Right.
So we're not really sure yet.
Sure.
We're still finalizing some things.
My advice is this: get them to join Open Learning. The reason is, when they come in, then there will be activities. There will be things coming to their emails, things telling them, this guy has joined, I send them, and then through this, something could happen. Because you see, like I've been also asking the rest of our students to join or to go and have a look at Pozible. They didn't do it until I have to go and show them. But I think when you go and explore, you will see, oh, these people are making movie. And then maybe even the guy who's doing journalism or video or movie studies or whatever, when he sees how the fund is being raised for that movie on Pozible, he may actually have even a better idea of making even a better product.
Right.
Am I right?
Yeah.
And in the process, as you said, he earns better credit and you get better credit.
Yeah.
And if you really can raise the 10K if you want, I'm not pushing you, and then you just go and say, I've scored the full mark. Choice is yours.
Okay. It's probably not such a big amount.
We're not
sure yet.
You don't know. Yeah, you don't know. Yeah,
We're
but
not sure yet,
you will
because,
never know if you put this thing on and maybe you won a 10,000 and then people will fund you. You want 1,000, but fund you more.
People get it more. Yeah.
Yes, because if people believe in the message of the movie, who knows?
Yeah, but actually it's closer to a music video, so we're going to need some musicians and
Sure,
stuff.
sure.
I think it's what you call multidisciplinary.
Yes, yes, which is great. Yeah, because this is preparation for life.
So I still have to talk with some of them.
Definitely.
So we're not sure yet. Yeah.
Definitely.
Anyway, thank you, sir. For
You're most
clarification.
welcome. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks.